Wait lang. Hello guys! So, andito po tayo ngayon para i-discuss ang basic elements of Python. So, ang una din gagawin ay gumawa tayo ng folder. Folder, click new and then folder, and then rename the folder. Basic element of Python. And then click enter. And then open natin yung file and then ilagay natin yung SMD para mapunta tayo sa dito. And then ilagay natin yung code dot and then enter. Kung mapapansin nyo, napunta tayo dito sa code editor ng Python. So, ang una natin gagawin is gumawa tayo ulit ng folder. Ito natin to, which is the file. And then maglagay tayo ng app.py na file name. Yan. So, pwede, pag napindot na natin to, pag nakagawa na tayo ng file name, pwede na tayong mag-code dito. Try natin mag-print ng hello world. Yan. Tapos, always natin i-check kung nasave ba yung code natin. Kasi merong bilog dito guys. Pag may bilog dyan, ibig sabihin, hindi pa nakasave yung code natin. Kaya dapat isave natin palagi. Like, Control S. Yan. So, napansin nyo ba guys na wala yung bilog dito? So, meaning, pwede na siyang i-run. Sa pag-run, kailangan natin hanapin yung terminal or just click the Control J para lumabas yung terminal. Yan, test natin. Oops. Here. Tapos, ilagay natin yung Python app.py. So, guys, wag natin kakalimutan na ilagay yung Python tapos yung file name para mag-run yung code natin. Yan. So, ayan. Nagawa na natin. Nag-run siya. So, ibig sabihin, gumagana yung code natin. Yan. I-clear muna natin and then gawa tayo ng panibagong code na. Before we start, what is data type? In Python, a data type is a classification that specifies which type of value and variable can hold. It defines the operation that can be performed on the data and the way the data is stored in the memory. Meron tayong iba't ibang klase ng data type, which is the Boolean, integer, float, and then string. So, mamaya ipapaliwanag ko kung paano ba siya gumagana. So, first, mauna muna tayo sa integer. Yan. Mag-code lang tayo dito. Huwag natin kakalimutan, guys, na pag integer is number. Whole number. Oops. Yan. Mas malaki. Equals to number 4. Yan. This is a integer. Basta pag sinabi natin integer is whole number siya. And then, susunod naman is try natin ang float. 6.5. At dito naman sa float is meron siya laging decimal. Ang pinagkaiba ng integer at saka float is that yung integer is whole number siya. Pwede siyang 1 hanggang 100 or and so on. As long as whole number siya, wala siyang decimal. Tapos yung sa float naman is lagi siyang merong decimal. Like 6.5, 2.4, 8.8, something like that. So, ang susunod naman is the string. I-try natin ang Janica. Yan. Janica. So, sa string naman, guys, isa mapansin natin, di ba, yung sa integer tas sa float is number sila. Dito naman sa string is all words. Hindi siya pwedeng number, hindi siya pwedeng may decimal, basta word siya. Ito yung kaibahan niya sa iba. And then, the false. Yan. pwede kang mamili dito dito sa boolean, pwede kang mamili kung true or false ba yung ilalagay mo. So, kung tatanungin nila, ano mga pagkakaiba nila? Tatanungin nila, ano yung pagkakaiba nitong mga data type na to? Siyempre, lahat naman sila may pagkakaiba. Pansinin natin dito sa una, sa integer. 4, sa float naman 6.5, string, Janica, and boolean false. Sa pag-unang kita pa lang naman natin is makikita natin yung mga differences nila. So, hindi naman tayo malilito dyan. Yan, i-save natin. Don't forget to save always. Yan, try natin i-print yung integer. Integer. No, the number. Yan. I always forgot. I'm sorry, guys. For the go. Yun, guys. So, yun. Nilagay natin yung print dito tapos yung num. Huwag natin kakalimutan, guys, na kung mag-print tayo is ang ilalagay po natin is yung variable name po nitong ito po. Kunyari num, float, string, boolean, ganun po. Kasi kung hindi siya mag-aran. Yan. Save. Then, try natin ulit. Yan. So, napansin ba natin, guys, na yung 4 is print siya dito sa terminal. Kung try naman natin ang float. Try natin kung gumagana rin ba. Yan. Save. And then, i-run natin dito sa terminal. Ayan. So, lumabas yung 6.5 dito sa ating terminal. And then, try din naman natin yung boolean kung lalabas ba yung false or true dito. Yan. Yan. Save and then try to run it again. So, ayun, false. Lumabas siya. So, ibig sabihin, gumagana yung code natin. So, itry naman natin ngayon yung string. String. Hindi. Ay, no. Save. Yan. Wait lang. Clear natin. Clear muna natin para malinis yung ating terminal. Yan. So, ayun. Lumabas yung Janica dito sa ating terminal. Let's try naman natin gumawa ng ibang example with the variable. So before we proceed to the next discussion, which is the variable, what is variable? In Python, a variable is a name or identifier used to store and references data. It acts as a container that holds a value. So, kumbaga siya yung nagiging container ng isang code, which is this one. The num, float, string, and boolean is actually a type of variable. It's already a variable actually. So, ayun guys. So, tapos natin may paliwanag kung what is variable. So, sa variable is sa variable, pwede natin gamitin kung ano yung gusto natin. Like, we can try to create a color. Color yung gamitin nating variable is pwede rin. Pwede rin name, pero try natin yung kulay. Red is equals to 8. And then, i-print natin siya, red. Tapos, i-save natin. Huwag natin kalimutan i-save palagi. Once we try to run the code, tingnan natin kung gagana ba siya. Ayun, gumana siya sa red. As long as yung variable mo is yun yung nakalagay dito sa print mo, automatic na mapiprint yung nakalagay dito sa variable, which is number 8. So, try naman natin with decimals. Enter lang natin, tapos i-assign din natin yung red as a integer. No, float. 6.7. Let's try. Kung gagana ba siya. Ayun. So, lumabas din siya. It's because the variable is red, and then trinay natin siyang convert dito sa float, which is yun yung lumabas dito sa terminal natin. Naglagay tayo ng panibagong variable, which is 5.7. Red is equals to 5.7, which is nag-assign tayo ng bagong value ng red. Kaya ang lumabas dito sa ating terminal is 5.7. So, gagawa tayo ngayon ng bagong examples ng variable. So, let's try the name as a variable name is equals to Arabelle, and then city is equals to Alaminos. And no, I almost forgot. Let's always try to put the double quotation. Yan. Page. Is 23. So now, tapos na tayo dito sa ating variable. So ang gagawin natin ngayon is try natin na i-print itong variable natin as a sentence. Like, for example, print double quotation, my name is last name. Yan. And then, try ulit natin dito sa kabila. So, yon. Tapos natin yung unang i-print natin, which is the name, the variable name. With the sentence, my name is, and then the name. And let's try kung mag-run siya mamaya. Pero before that, ilagay din natin yung sa city. Yan. And from last city. Yan. And then, so ayun guys, tapos na tayo dito sa pangalawa. So dito sa pangatlo is gawin pa rin natin, try natin gawin pa rin yung format nung naunang dalawa. Kung ano ba yung kakalabasan niya. Diba? Age plus ayan. Let's try to run our code. Kung anong kakalabasan niya. So, always clear muna natin to para malinis. And then, run the code. So, ayun guys. Kung napansin natin is hindi nag-run yung code natin dito sa print I'm plus age plus years old. It's because the age is integer. So, kailangan natin siyang i-convert as a string para mag-run siya dito sa ating terminal. So, ang gagawin natin is kailangan natin i-convert tong age as a string, which is kailangan natin maglagay ng yan, str, and then lagyan natin ng yan, ang ating age. So, try natin kung gagana ba siya dito sa method na to. Yan. Let's try natin. Yan. So, kung napansin nyo guys, is gumana yung huli, yung sa age, dito sa integer. Dahil nga, nilagyan natin siya ng str para maging string yung print natin. Kasi as long as integer yung i-print natin dito, hindi mag-run yung code natin kasi nga integer pa siya. So, kailangan natin siyang i-convert as string para mag-run yung code natin. Yon. So, tapos na tayo dito sa variables. So, mag-move naman tayo sa operation. Tanggalin muna din ang ating variable para hindi tayo malito. Yan. Let's move to operation. So first, what is operation in Python? Operation in Python refers to a specific action or computation performed on data. These operations can include arithmetic operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Before we start, bago tayo mag-start sa code natin is, ang operation contains the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So let's start with addition. As we can see guys, nag-run yung code natin which is num1 is equivalent for number 9 and num2 is equivalent for number 17. So, nung niran natin siya is 26 yung nakuha natin dahil nag-plus tayo dito sa num1 at saka num2 which is the 9 and 17. So, let's proceed for the subtraction. So, yun guys, let's proceed for the subtraction. So, pwede rin naman natin gamitin itong code natin dito. Palitan lang natin itong plus ng minus. And then, the sum as equals. And then, let's try to print the equals. Tingnan natin kung lalabas siya. Yan, save. And then, tingnan natin. Yan. Ayun. So, negative 8 yung lumabas na sagot. Bakit? Bakit negative yung lumabas na sagot? Kasi nga, dito sa num1 is mas mababa yung value ng num1 kaysa sa value ng num2. So, paano kung pinagbaliktad natin? Let's try natin kung pinagbaliktad natin 17 and then number 9. Kung ano yung lalabas na value nila. Save and then let's try to run it again. Oh. Ano na siya? Positive na siya. Hindi na siya negative. Kasi 8 na yung lumabas na sagot. Whole number na siya because mas mataas na yung number dito sa num1 kaysa yung number dito sa num2. Kaya whole number na yung lumabas. Let's proceed to multiplication. So yun guys. Mag-proceed naman tayo sa multiplication. So, dito sa multiplication is pinalitan ko lang itong dito sa third line sa 9 ng asterisk. Di ba kanina ang nakalagay dito is subtract. So, nakalagay doon is minus. Ngayon, pinalitan ko siya ng asterisk. Tingnan natin kung anong kakalabasan niya pag print na natin yung sa ating, pag nag-run na siya. Ayan. So, yun guys. Lumabas talaga siya. 153 yung lumabas. It's because 17 times 9 is equals to 153. So yun guys, tapos na tayo dito sa multiplication. Tayo naman natin gumawa ng operation na division. So ang gagawin lang natin is palitan natin ng dash yung multiplication. Yan. So tingnan natin kung anong kakalabasan niya kung yung num1 is mas malaki kaysa sa num2. Save. And then, yan. So ayun ang lumabas guys. Naging decimal siya. Kasi mas malaki nga yung num1 kaysa num2. So, let's try naman na pagbalik na rin sila. Or try natin magpalit ng ibang number. Like 20. And then, num2 is 2. Save, and then let's try to run again. 10. Naging whole number na siya kasi nga walang remainder dito sa ating operation na ginawa. Yan. Kung mapansin nyo guys is almost pare-parehas lang naman sila ng methods. Kaso nga lang, lagi nating papalitan yung sign kung addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division yung ating operation. Okay. So this is how we create a data type, variable, and operation in Python.
Hi, I'm Janica Aspa, and today I'll be discussing the input-output of Python. So, how will we create an input? First, we need to create a variable name equals input function. After that, to print, put the print hello Next. Save. Go to the terminal. Put our name. See? It works. It works? It works. If we want to ask a question from the user, we will be adding a question inside the input function. For example, what is your name? Save it. To see if we successfully get the input from the user, go to the terminal again and enter. What is my name? I'm Janica. Uy! Kumana siya ba? Now, let's create a simple calculator by getting the input from the user. Let's click this. Variable num1 equals input enter first number This will not work if we were going to get the number input unless we convert this input an integer value into an integer value rather. So what are we going to do? Let's add int function here. Sa tabi ng info. Open parentheses. Sa kabila. Close. Copy natin. Mag-num2 tayo. To print, let's print num1 plus num2 plus num1 plus okay, save. Let's run first number 1. As we can see, we encountered an error because we tried to print a number value to a string. To handle this, we need to convert the number value to a string. To convert the number value, add string here or str. Save. Back to the terminal. Now, if you want to subtract, change operation positive to minus or negative. Save. Three. 4. Yay! Kumana siya. Now, let's move on to our next topic, which is comments. So why comments in Python is important? May copy ako mga be. Comments in Python, as in any programming language, serve several important purposes that contribute to the clarity, maintainability, and collaboration in code development. For example, here. For example, let's put hashtag output. See?
And getting input from the user.
Getting input from the user.
Dalawa ng box na kaya.
Bakit natin nilagay yan? Para mas mapadali at mas maintindihan kung ano nga ba yung code na nilagay natin. Sure. So, that is how we discuss the input, output, and the comments of the Python. Thank you. Bye!
Hello guys, my name is John Riemyl Catubay and we'll be going to continue about the basic operation in Python part 2. So previously we talked about the string, kinds of data types, and the variables, and we also did like basic operation. So now let's talk about again the string. So after we start, let's go into import OS. OS is a library in Python wherein you can run specific command in your terminal. So I'm going to use this because we will be running a lot of codes. And just ignore this line, guys. This is actually just like a props. You can see your screen. String. Let's go with a string operation. So here in our example, can just create a string word in a string. You can do your string if you want. Yes, let's just make its name of the variable and the value, which is like reverse, and just like that. Then we print it out my string. As you can see, we see the print screen saying I love the universe. Okay, so if you're wondering, in string in Python we can do many things about it, and I will show you the basic ones that you can use on the string operation. You can actually access this. If you want to only show the I in this word, it can be any word, but in this example, our string variable contain the I love the universe. So if you want to just output the I, you can just set 0. 0 means index 0. We are selecting this word, and we are wondering the counting of the index. On the first index, we call this a 0. 0, 1, there's white space. 2, sorry. So our index is to count an index, this is what we this is how we count indexes. So I said about that the index is started on 0. So this is 0, the I, 0 and 1 is actually the second second letter, which is the white space, the space. The 3 is L, 4, so on, so on. So let's try it. Then, as you can see, we only selected I because we type here 0. So if you want to select the L, then just type 3 and let's see that. Oh, I'm wrong. It's 2. We selected that L. As you can see, let's remove this. We selected that L. So you're wondering, what if you want to select this? This LOVE, that's love. You can just set 2 and let's count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 6 and that. We selected love because by the way guys, this 2 parameter, this 2 is actually the start of the slicing and the 6 is the end. So because we selected 2 from 6, we only selected love. So if you want to select this from this, you can just set like 2 colon and then just type that. It will automatically set like 2 from the end. Let's see. That's right. See? Love the universe. Because we started on this and it will go from the end. So our string, so from this logic guys, you can see from our first parameter, which is the start, if you have 2 parameters, you can say this and if we add more parameter, this will be the step of the slicing. Like for example, you can just set, let's start with a A. If we do something like this, it will just be default 0. It will start on index 0. Then from let's just type 6 because we selected this part. Then every 2 step. So if we run this, we only see ILP. Is it because we started on this but we get that, then it jumped 2 step 1, 2. Okay, I'm wrong again. This one we start on 0, it get I, then step 2, 1, 2, it get L, step 2 get V. And it's because that we ended on 6, it will not select the rest. So if we type something like this, starting to index 0 from the end, you can see that we selected from each 2 step, like I, 2, L, V, white space, H, white space, and so on and so on. So We can also access the end of the string by using negative. When we do something like this, like 1, it will actually select this end part of the string. So when we run it, we can see that we can only see the dot. Okay. It's just like the same, guys. We do something like this. Alright, for example, we selected a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's start with 7. -7. And let's see. Oh, let's adjust on this. So we selected reverse. See? It starts on -6, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It started here. It's kind of weird, guys, because when we are going back, it's actually selecting this. Because when count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and ending in here, and not getting the dot. So we can use this, guys. So let's move on to another operation in string, which is you can also let's just comment this. You can also multiply a string. To multiply a string, we only need a star sign, which we call it asterisk. Star. Let's multiply the universe, and it will print out. Oops. Yes, print this out again. By the way, guys, if you want to comment out one line of code, you can just simply in your Visual Studio Code type control and backslash, and that way you can comment one line. So when we run this, you can see that they multiply the word universe from universe. You can also, like, for example, you multiply it from 5, will multiply from 5. Put space for better read. Universe. Right? That one way we can use the string operation. And if you want to make this output in a capital, you can just use dot upper. This will convert your code into capitalized. You can see universe from this to universe with capital letter. So if you want to lowercase your string, you can use lower. This way you can lowercase a string. So you can see it printed out a small letter. Okay, let's just clear. And you can also strip if you are getting some input from the user, but it's just keep accepting white space. You can ignore that by just using the strip. We can actually strip our variable. Let's say variable contain white space, like something like that, and hello world. can strip this. Just typing. Let's print and strip like that. String. That's strip. Okay. And we run this. As you can see, it just output hello world instead of outputting this long. So if we remove this, as you can see, you can see that it's still here. Okay. You can also do that in input. For example, we are getting enter sentence. And if we strip that, it should work as it is. Right? Let's try to run the run sentence. Let's make it more nice. And again. Right. Then let's say that we put a white space here and we entered. We can say that we only accept this. It ignore these spaces that it is here from the input user. You can also convert that to upper to make your input capitalized. Example, okay, let's just say love universe. But again, white space. So you can see, we capitalize the word. Okay. So let's move on, guys. Universe. Okay. Hello. And that's how you can use string operation in Python. So let's move from the number operation. This is now the number operation. Number operation in Python. Alright. Let's just make some variable. Variable name number 1 is equals to, let's call it 10 and close it equals to 20. And the way how it works, guys, I think my group mate already tell you how to add these two numbers. Like for example, we just print oops, my keyboard isn't working. Num1 wait. That's input. And we are getting the input 30. As you can see. Now, to add this, let's just do it again, guys, and I will show you some tricks in order for you to code cleaner. We can actually use the F format method in string. So let's just say, for example, num1. We can just type here num1 plus num2 is equals to num1 plus num2. Okay, you can see that 10 plus 20 is equals 30. This is more cleaner, guys. So this is the addition, operation. Okay, let's call it addition. And just copy this and also do it in subtraction and subtraction. Also in multiplication, use the asterisk. You can also use the x to emphasize the multiplication, but you can use asterisk in here. And division, is the same, guys. Division is that here we divide that, then let's just run this. So you can see 10 plus 20 is equals 30. That's right. 10 minus 20 is equals negative 10. So you can see it's right also. 10 times 20, multiply the answer 20. 10 divided by 20 is equals 0.5. Also correct. So you can also get the remainder of it by using a modulo. What is a modulo? Modulo, we can actually get the remainder by division. Yes. The model sign is the percentage. So when we run this, you can see the modulo, it's giving 10 remainder because 10 divided by 20 is what is again? Okay, here's my calculator. And divided by 20 is equals to 0.5. So 0.5 times 20 is actually 10. So its remainder is equals to 10. Yes. Right? Now we can move on to our next topic. Assigning the number. Do you know what is assigning, guys? Assigning in Python, it's like you are adding or subtracting to a variable. I can show you an example. So you won't be needing this many variable. Just have a one variable called num. And these are the example. These are the example of the assigning operator. assigning operators. This will be adding, like to add, to subtract, to divide, modulo. Okay. Just for example, we can only, pwede natin gawin itong ano na to. So is that assign each new value plus num plus n, something like that. And then we'll put here, we will get value of 20. Para mapadali yung ano at mapakunti yung code, you can actually do this. Plus equals num plus equals to 10. It's saying you are saying from the system num plus 10. You are calling its variable name and adding 10. So when we run, we get the same output 20. Just put in our multi-line comment, and same thing as like subtraction, which we get 0. We can also divide. I think this will be 1, or subtract, multiply, and so. Okay. This, I hope you learn about the number operation in Python. So now, let's move on to the comparison operator. Comparison operator. What is the comparison operator? For me, comparison operator in Python, which you can use to get, it's like a Boolean expression. What is a Boolean expression, guys? Boolean expression is like from, you are like comparing those things, and if it is true, it will return true, and if it is false, it will return false. Seems hard, right? So, but don't worry, guys, because I will teach you how you can use a comparison operator. So my ID is login. Okay, I just said not equal. Num1 is not equal to num2. It will always return true. Basta it will always return true as long that num1 is not equal to num2. That's run. So as you can see, wait, is not. Then for a better visual, this is happening in the code. Is 20 is not equal to 10? True. It is true, but when we change the value num1 from 10, it will be false because it is not equal. I hope you get it, guys, but it's here the example, and any values that we change, it will always return true as long that the value of num2 is not equal to num1. So you can see it's true. not equal. Okay, so now let's try another bool comparison operator. It will be greater than. This num1 is greater than, just change this. This num1 is greater than num2. Let's try to run. Is 10 is greater than 10? As you can see, it is not, because let's say that they are equal to each other, but not greater than, because it's the same, 10 as 10. So if we change this to 30, this 30 is greater than 10 is actually true. This is your Boolean expression, guys. Don't forget. And this is the comparison operator. We use the greater than. So to use less than, you can just put it like this, and this less than. And this 30 is less than 10 is actually false. So to make that true, let's just make num1 is equals to 5 and num2 is equals to 10. This 5 is less than 10, true. As you can see, we use greater than or greater than and less than. So what if you need to code something like if the num1 and num2 is greater than, but you also want to select to compare if it is greater than or less than. You can just set this num1 is greater than or equal from num2. This num1 is greater than or equal from num2. Just like this and print it out. Okay. Is 10 is greater than or equal from 10 is actually true, because 10 is equal, num1 is equals to num2. And if we change this something like 20, it will still return true, because we said like is greater than or equal. It's either greater than or equal. It will check and it will return true if the statement is true. So we can do the same in less than. It's saying true. Oh, this is actually greater than, and in less than. False. We do something like take 1. You can see it return that. And if we are equal, we'll return true. So I hope you learn from the comparison operator. So let's move on from the next discussion, which is the if statement. If statement. So what are the if statement in Python? So in Python, we have a scenario which is we can ask the system if something, this Boolean expression is this like the value, the number. So just make some simple if statement. If statement. So here in our statement, we can just make if statement. If 20 is greater than 10, then and just type here and print omega. Oops, sorry. Omega. So if you run this, you can see it will return omega because this boolean expression is actually true. So if not, let's say they have the same value, it will not return anything because 10 greater than 10 is false. So you can use it in the variable, like example, 1 is equals to 10, 2 is equals to 20, okay, and let's change this num1 to num2. Let's run. It's still false because num1 is not greater than num2. But if we do something like, let's make this bigger number, it will output because this is true. So in a statement, guys, you do need to follow the indentation because if you do something like that, you will have an error because this if statement is selecting if this is indented to this. Okay, I hope you understand. And in a else statement, you can also use else and else type random things like Pikachu. Okay, omega, it's still typing omega, but if this false, then it will return Pikachu because the way the system works here, guys, it will first check this line 12 is num1 is equals to num2, and if the system says no, it is false, it will move on to the else is like default situation. So it output Pikachu because we put it something like this. Or if we can also do like else if, I believe in Python elif elif something like that. If elif is num1 equals to num2, and print ng lab number 2. Okay, let's test it out if this gonna work. So we are getting a lab hamburger because this will actually true and it is running. Now let's create a simple calculator. In our calculator, this will be improved calculator. So let's just make one. simple calculator needs an M1 and okay. Let's put some input from the user. Let's get some input. Input and first number and just actually copy paste and second number. This is how we create some basic calculator in Python. Let's say we are checking the operation, what operation that we are going to use. Enter operation. And let's create our if else. First, if the operation is equals to, oops, let's not transfer that, is equals to plus, it will be addition. It will be addition. Then let's use some F. Alright. Then something like that. Plus num2 is equals to num1 plus num2. I hope you can follow, guys. Then we can check if operation is equals to subtraction, then exchange this and this and check the if they want to define, and use that and change this and they want to multiply and also that. Let's just say that we read X and we actually need place to lower. So even I type big letter X, it will read system as multiplication. And let's just type something like that. Then else print. Let's make a scenario where the user is he's inputted wrong operation. Wrong operation. Alright, let's run this simple calculator. Enter first number 20 plus 20 and we get 40 is correct. Now let's try to minus 80 minus 20 works as it that we wanted to do. Okay, then let's run it again. Let's say we want to multiply 10 to 20. Oh, I forgot. When we multiply, we just need to type here x equal 20. Okay. Now, so lastly, divide by 9. Ay, I did wrong, guys. Divided by 9 is equals 10 is correct. So that's how you make calculator in Python. So if you want to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot this simple calculator. Alright, let's move on to the next topic, which is the so now let's talk about the iterative process in Python, or aka a loop. You can create a loop by just typing for I in range of say 11, and then put a colon on it and print di. Okay, so when we run this, you can see the program outputted 0 to 10. That's because we said to the system that in a range of 11, system read this something like from 0 to 11, make a loop over and 11 times. So we started on 0. That's because we started on 0. So if you want to start from 1, you can just from this and put a comma. So if you run this, you can see we just started from 1 to 10. You can also do something like the third parameter. When we put another parameter on a range like 10, and let's say from 20, it will 0. It will jump 10 to 10. Let's make the end of this parameter to 1000. Okay, so you can see from 10, 20, 30, 40, from 190. So also you can also get the all in even numbers from 100 by doing this. Then let's say by 2, step 2, all even numbers, let's just start from 2, and let's see, as you can see, and get all even numbers. Just created this, and like that. So as you can see, and that is how you can create a loop in Python, a for loop rather. Just need to memorize this parameter in Python. This is the start of the parameter of range. start, stop, and step. So we also have a while loop. And this two is it will keep running if this statement is true. Let's just say that true and get input. This is hard for you to understand, so I will make simpler. Let's just make some count equals to 0, and while count is plus 9 by 11, it will run, let's say, print count. Okay. Then, don't forget to assign. Kasi kung hindi kayo nag-assign, guys, mag-run siya ng infinitely. So, you need to count plus equals 1. Okay. So, when we run this, will run. It will work the same as the for loop. But this while loop is like, for me, it's okay, guys. And I don't know. I think while loop and for loop is the same. It's just if you think that while loop works better than for loop, then use while loop. Same as the for loop. Right. This is the end of the tutorial. I hope you learned something. Bye-bye.